Jenny Agutter has long occupied a special place in the public imagination, not because of fleeting trends or momentary attention, but because of a presence that feels steady, authentic, and deeply human. Across decades in the public eye, she has cultivated a reputation built on talent, composure, and a quiet confidence that resonates with audiences of all ages. From her earliest work to her more recent public appearances, Jenny has demonstrated that true appeal is not manufactured. It is earned through consistency, self-respect, and a willingness to remain genuine in an industry that often rewards artifice. Her story is not one of reinvention for relevance, but of growth rooted in self-knowledge and integrity. A career shaped by craft and commitment. Jenny Agutter's professional journey reflects a deep respect for her craft and a commitment to meaningful work. Throughout her career in film and television, she's approached each role with care, bringing nuance and emotional intelligence to her performances. Rather than chasing visibility for its own sake, she has consistently chosen projects that align with her values and artistic instincts. This deliberate approach has allowed her body of work to age gracefully, earning admiration not only for individual performances, but for the coherence and integrity of her career as a whole. Elegance as a way of being. What sets Jenny apart is that her elegance feels lived in rather than curated. It is evident in the way she speaks, moves, and presents herself, whether on screen, in interviews, or through photographs. Elegance, in her case, is not about perfection or polish alone, but about balance, knowing when to be understated and when to be expressive. This quality has made her a figure of quiet influence, admired not for excess, but for restraint and intention. Style rooted in self-expression. Jenny Agutter's approach to fashion reflects a broader philosophy of self-expression rather than conformity. Her wardrobe choices, often highlighted in recent photo features, reveal a woman comfortable exploring different aesthetics while remaining true to herself. From tailored silhouettes to relaxed, contemporary looks, her clothing choices feel thoughtful rather than performative. Each outfit appears to serve as an extension of her personality, confident, curious, and grounded, rather than an attempt to meet external expectations. Versatility without pretension. One of the most compelling aspects of Jenny's public style is its versatility. She moves easily between classic and modern looks, formal and casual, structured and fluid, without losing coherence. This adaptability speaks to a deeper understanding of fashion as a language rather than a set of rules. By embracing variety without excess, she demonstrates that versatility does not require constant reinvention, only a willingness to explore different facets of one's identity with openness and ease. Confidence that feels natural. The confidence Jenny Agutter projects is neither loud nor performative. It is calm, assured, and unmistakably real. In photographs and public appearances, there is a sense of comfort in her own skin that cannot be styled or staged. This self-assurance comes not from seeking validation, but from a long relationship with herself, shaped by experience, reflection, and resilience. It is this quality that resonates most strongly with audiences, reminding them that confidence grows from self-acceptance rather than approval. Aging. With grace and intent. In a culture often fixated on youth, Jenny's continued relevance offers a refreshing counter-narrative. She exemplifies what it means to age with intention rather than resistance, embracing each stage of life as an expansion rather than a limitation. Her public image reflects vitality without denial, sophistication without distance, and beauty without pressure. By doing so, she challenges narrow ideas about visibility and worth, showing that presence deepens with time when it is anchored in authenticity. fashion as personal dialogue. Rather than treating fashion as spectacle, Jenny appears to engage with it as a personal dialogue, one that reflects mood, context, and individuality. Her clothing choices communicate self-knowledge rather than spectacle, suggesting that style is most compelling when it tells a story rather than demands attention. This approach invites viewers to see fashion not as a competition, but as a form of personal storytelling that evolves alongside life experience. Public response and cultural appreciation. The response to Jenny Agutter's recent appearances and photographs has been notably appreciative and respectful. Fans and observers alike have praised her for embodying a sense of timeless confidence that feels both aspirational and relatable. Rather than focusing on trends or surface impressions, much of the admiration centers on her composure, authenticity, and ability to remain herself in a constantly shifting cultural landscape. This reaction reflects a growing cultural appreciation for figures who represent depth and consistency over novelty. Influence beyond aesthetics. Jenny's influence extends beyond style into broader conversations about self-presentation and identity. As someone whose career has been shaped by intention rather than impulse, she offers an example of how public life can be navigated without losing one's center. Her visibility carries weight because it is grounded in lived experience, professional credibility, and emotional intelligence. This depth makes her a reference point not only for fashion inspiration, but for a more holistic understanding of confidence and self-worth. Professional identity and personal expression. What makes Jenny Agutter particularly compelling is the harmony between her professional identity and personal expression. Her career achievements lend credibility to her public image, while her personal style adds warmth and accessibility to her professional presence. This balance reinforces the idea that success and individuality need not exist in opposition. Instead, they can support and enrich one another when approached with clarity and purpose. Empowerment through authentic choice. At the heart of Jenny's public presence is a quiet message of empowerment rooted in choice. Whether through her career decisions or her personal style, she demonstrates the value of acting from alignment rather than expectation. This form of empowerment is subtle but enduring, encouraging others to trust their instincts and define success on their own terms. It is not about visibility alone, but about agency, the freedom to choose what feels right and meaningful. Timelessness over trend. Jenny Agutter's continued admiration stems largely from her resistance to trend-driven identity. Rather than chasing what is current, she embodies what is lasting: self-knowledge, confidence, and clarity. Her style and presence feel timeless because they are anchored in values rather than aesthetics alone. This quality allows her to remain relevant across generations, appealing to those who value substance as much as style, a model of modern elegance. In many ways, Jenny represents a modern understanding of elegance, one that is inclusive, grounded, and deeply human. Elegance, as she demonstrates, is not about formality or distance, but about coherence between inner life and outer expression. It is the result of knowing who you are and presenting that truth with care and respect, both for yourself and for others. Celebrating individuality without excess. Jenny's public image celebrates individuality without relying on excess or provocation. Her approach suggests that standing out does not require spectacle, only sincerity. By embracing her individuality with restraint and confidence, she offers a model for self-expression that feels accessible rather than intimidating, encouraging others to explore their own sense of style without fear or pressure. Legacy built on consistency. As her career continues to be appreciated across time, Jenny Gutter's legacy appears increasingly defined by consistency rather than reinvention. She has remained true to her values while allowing herself to grow, a balance that is both rare and admirable. This consistency has built trust with audiences, making her presence feel familiar yet continually relevant. Conclusion: a lasting figure of grace and confidence. Jenny Agutter stands as a compelling example of how talent, authenticity, and self-assurance can create a lasting public presence. Her career, style, and demeanor reflect a life lived with intention, balance, and respect for both craft and self. Rather than chasing attention, she has earned admiration through integrity, confidence, and a clear sense of identity. In doing so, she reminds us that true elegance is not about what is worn or displayed, but about how one carries oneself through time, with grace, honesty, and quiet strength.